Just 1 month after she endorsed Donald Trump for president, conservative activist Phyllis Schlafly says she is facing down an attempt to oust her from Eagle Forum, which is the grassroots organization that she founded more than 44 years ago. She's the CEO and board chairman. In a curious and specific statement that she sent out to reporters, Schlafly said, at 2 p.m. today, 6 directors of Eagle Forum met in an improper, unprecedented telephone meeting. I objected to the meeting at 2:11 p.m. and was muted from the call. The meeting was invalid under the bylaws, but the attendees purported to pass several motions to wrest control of the organization from me. They are attempting to seize access to our bank accounts, to terminate employees, and to install members of their own Gang of Six to control the bank accounts and all of Eagle Forum. Now, Roger Stone was on the Alex Jones show today, and he says the Cruz campaign is behind the mugging of Schlafly. He says the 6 Eagle Forum board members are members who support Cruz, and they're attempting to remove Schlafly, who's 91 years old, as the CEO and board chairman of her conservative group because she endorsed Donald Trump for president. And the Cruz supporters are not acting alone. Stone says it's a hijacking by a gang of goons, and as it will be proven very shortly, this plot targeting Phyllis reaches all the way to the top levels of the Cruz campaign. He described it as a mugging of a 91-year-old woman who was a founder of the modern conservative movement. And of course, it's these Gang of Six basically saying that at 91 years old, there's no way Phyllis Schlafly could be in charge of her full faculties. They actually mentioned this. I mean, if you've listened to her at all, she's still a supremely sharp human being. And even just this letter that she sent out to reporters, you can tell she's completely aware of what's going on. And in an interview with WorldNet Daily, they publish her work, actually. You can go and read it. She speculates that it was her Trump endorsement and opposition to the idea of a national convention of states, which had roiled her opponents. Now, we had Jerome Corsi of WorldNet Daily on the show today to speak about this attempted takedown of a conservative icon.
We might as well become like Argentina. We're going to become a banana republic. Hillary Clinton and Bill Clinton and the elite will get rich. They'll fly around their jet airplanes. They'll go to their Lolita Islands. They'll have all their sex affairs. They'll have all the drugs they want. And everybody else will be losing their pension money, struggling desperately to work, not able to afford a house.
And here's their problem, though. They think the military and the police don't know now. They're actually woken up big time and aren't going to go along with this. Well, they fly around in jet set while we kill each other in the streets.
Well, and the problem is, too, I mean, look at the border. The Border Patrol is already saying, this is insane. The Border Patrol is not being permitted to do their job. And, you know, the economic structure is not going to support this. We're already at the point where the social welfare systems, the debt levels in the United States and in Europe and around the world are at such extreme levels that these debt-ridden societies are going to collapse.
Dr. Corsi, I want, when we come back from break, to really focus in on the economy. The IMF, they're all saying what you said 5 years ago, a month ago. We're now approaching the big event that Ron Paul and you have talked about. But shifting gears into Phyllis Schlafly to kind of show a zoomed-in micro of what's happening. You heard Stone earlier. In my experience, he doesn't make stuff up. It just keeps coming true. He says he has the sources. It's confirmed to the highest levels that they attempted to take her organization over that is very influential, very powerful, very successful, with a huge list and a bunch of money, and to flip it into Cruz. If he has the goods and this comes out, this could be devastating, mugging an old lady.
Well, I'm going to be working on this all afternoon. It'll be my lead story tomorrow. I'm going to start off with what Roger Stone just said on your program, that it's orchestrated at the highest levels of the Cruz campaign. I mean, there's literally millions of dollars. I'm not even sure how much in the endowments of Eagle Forum that this renegade group, all of which have pledged to Cruz. Every one of these 6 women who are in the renegade board group have pledged their support to Cruz. If they can control Eagle Forum and depose Phyllis Schlafly, they can change the mission of the society. They can grab all the money that's there, and they're not going to succeed. Phyllis
Isn't this a bellwether of the thuggery, the spirit of theft going on? I'm sorry. Go ahead, sir.
Well, you're exactly right. I mean, it's appalling to me. I mean, here is a woman who is one of the most respected conservatives in America, who I've known for decades, and who has fundamentally, fought to preserve the values of family, God, religion, and our culture, to have conservative values, small government, and she has brought these women into politics.
She's the real feminist.
Yes, she truly is, because she, has always championed women, but championed women with dignity and respect and honoring, the woman's ability to procreate, bring children into the world. These are fundamental values that Phyllis has elevated. These women were brought into would be nothing if it hadn't been for Phyllis Schlafly. And now even one of them, her daughter, is in this group trying to take over the organization. I quoted yesterday, Kathy Adams gave this interview in the Dallas Morning News. She's one of the 6 board members trying to take over Phyllis Schlafly's organization. And basically said that Phyllis supporting Trump was senile. She'd been manipulated, that she was, it was an absolutely appalling interview for a woman who had, to whom Kathy Adams for 23 years has been head of Eagle Forum, I believe in California. And here she's turned on Phyllis. It's disgraceful. Phyllis will not roll over and let this happen.
She's a constitutional lawyer of the highest order. She's got a great group behind her. I think there should be a serious investigation of this.
Well, I think there should too. And I think, again, it's what price people are paying to back Trump, even within the GOP. Anybody who's backing Trump is going to get turned on. Certainly the academics.
Buddy, I've never had the pressure I've got on me right now. It's bad.
Right.
They're
going to come after anybody who supports Trump to destroy you in the process, or me in the process of, WND and Joseph Farah and everything else, to try to, promote Cruz, not so Cruz will win. And this is where the Cruz supporters have to understand they're being used as dupes.
The Republican leadership is in the news admitting that they're going to not have Cruz.
Right. And the rules of the Republican convention are not going to be fair. I think, what Roger Stone is saying, with votes being stolen. How can you basically have a primary in a state like Colorado and no one votes? The GOP is saying this would be a great party except for the voters. We really don't need the voters. They're a nuisance. And Ted Cruz, who should have said, I don't want to win this way. That would have been the honorable thing. He's so desperate to get, 30-some.
Have you heard the clips where he goes and says, I got the vote, it's a democracy, and Drudge won't say that I won Colorado? Drudge is lying? Well, that's inverted reality. That's like crazy town.
And you're seeing now the Ted Cruz, who is the establishment Ted Cruz, who was a product, who was aspiring to be a Bushy, wanted to be an insider. He was an insider for years, working Federal Trade Commission. He wasn't liked enough to be given a post as prestigious as his wife had in the White House. And when Karl Rove would not give Ted Cruz the blessing to be a nominee for the party, that's when Ted Cruz decided he was going to become an evangelist and embrace the Tea Party. And it's all been fundamentally a lie. It isn't, he was for the, I pointed this out.
That's right. He came down to Texas to get his big hat and his cowboy boots and went from being an establishment guy to, I'm the evangelist, I'm the greatest patriot ever. And now he's going back to what he really was.
Right. And this all was an act. That's the problem, is all an act. He fundamentally supported the Trans-Pacific Partnership, wrote with Ryan an article on, in the Wall Street Journal to give it the fast track authority.
Whereas Trump has never been phony. He's a nationalist, right-wing in some areas, liberal in others, but he's real, and that's why they're scared.
Well, and Trump is going to have a fundamental voter realignment. You're going to find that people from the Democratic Party who are equally tired of being lied to. How many years are the African Americans going to vote for Democrats who abuse the African Americans, destroy their families, reduce their economic value? The same way with Hispanics. Democratic Party is going to exploit everybody's votes. And finally, you're going to see a big crossover of workers across America wanting to preserve jobs.
That's already happened. He's got double the black votes. All these Reagan Democrats are coming over blue collar, but they keep saying he can't beat Hillary, but the polls show he will. That's why they're so scared. Dr. Jerome Corsi, WND.com, senior staff writer, investigative journalist.